balancing the freedom and responsibility. Now, as a citizen, we always talk about, citizens have a lot of responsibilities and also freedom. So it's true with children, it's true with any profession, that you need to balance the freedom that you get, and you need to balance that with responsibility that you take. With children, parents need to balance the amount of freedom that they give to the children, at the same time the amount of control that they exercise there. Even bosses need to do that with their employees. How much of freedom do I give to my employees and how much controls do I exercise? Now, excess of anything may cause a problem. So it has to be a balance between the two. Enough freedom to encourage or to motivate that person to work, but sufficient control to make sure that things don't go wrong. So it has to be balanced. There's no role in life which will only give you gains. It's always balancing gains and pains, what you get and what you suffer or what you give for that. When you pass through different life phases, maintaining balance through different life cycles, phases, like maintaining your own balance in the times of praise and the times of blame. Now, there might be days when somebody says something very nice about you. There are going to be days when people would blame you for something. So there's going to be praise, there's going to be blame. How do you balance yourself during these two times is important. How do you balance yourself during times of gain and loss? Now, if you have a business, there would be days when your business does exceedingly well, but there are also going to be days when it doesn't do so well. So balancing life during gains and loss. There are going to be pleasurable moments and there are going to be painful moments. Maintaining balance through these. Life keeps changing. Nothing is permanent. So it could be good one day, it could be bad one day. Maintaining your balance throughout is what is the key. And there's one mantra, one thing that stays through all these phases. And it's the universal rule, which is called as, this too shall pass. If good things are happening to me, all right, I enjoy them, but I know that maybe, this is also going to change. When I'm going through bad phase of life, I accept that this is a bad phase, but I also know that this is also going to change. So maintaining your balance through different life cycles, phases of life, believing that everything is going to change one day is something that gives you strength to maintain your balance. Now, if everything was in balance, everybody perfectly balanced, is it a good idea or not? I'm proposing a theory which says that if you want to excel in a field, maybe imbalance is necessary. If everything is in perfect balance, maybe no excellence will take place. Now, what does it mean? It means that if you want to perform exceedingly well, you may need to ignore certain aspects of your life. For extraordinary performance may require people to pay more attention to certain aspects of life than other aspects of life. For example, when people start new jobs, they are required to put in more number of hours. Now, if you keep saying that, no, I have to spend so many hours with the family, I have to have exercise so much time, I need to sit down and eat my food for an hour, and only remaining time I'll spend in my new company, the new company probably is not interested. So there are phases in life where you need to prove yourself, you want to achieve something extraordinary, and that's the time when there would be some imbalance in these various aspects of life. People may choose to focus on certain aspects of their life. For example, if you're talking about sports, people who want to excel in sports may ignore for some time, to some extent, the intellectual and emotional part. They may concentrate on the physical development. Now, is this balance good? This imbalance is not necessarily bad, and it is sustainable also as long as somebody else is there to balance it out. But somebody somewhere has to do the balancing act. If you are not paying attention to that aspect of your life, If you're only focusing on one aspect of your life, there has to be somebody, somewhere, who balances that out for you. Now, about the balancing act, who could do the balancing act? It could be a family member, it could be a friend, a colleague, a subordinate in office, but somebody is taking on those responsibilities, things that you are not paying attention, things that you are ignoring, somebody else has to take care of that. Now this sometimes is voluntary, some people would voluntarily take it up, sometimes people are not doing it voluntarily. For example, if employees or subordinates are the people who are taking care of your imbalance, then they may not be doing it voluntarily. Sometimes the subordinates may be forced to take care of things that you cannot take care of. And another observation is that if somebody is trying to balance it out, probably that person also experiences some kind of imbalance, because he or she not only has to take care of his or her own balance, but also your imbalance. Now that's not necessarily the case, but many times this happens. Just to give you an example, if you're talking about balance in a family, this is one example of imbalance, one case of imbalance. Now this is a family where the husband is very busy, cannot pay attention to children, the family affairs. Now what happens? He passes on most of the responsibilities to the wife. Now because the wife has to undertake a lot of jobs which otherwise could have done by the husband, she's overburdened and she experiences imbalance in her own life. Now she has to take care of everything. So what happens? She gets irritated and she passes on the disturbance to the kids. So the family imbalance has affected the kids. Now what happens to the kids? Because the kids are disturbed, that affects their performance in school. And the day the report card comes back home, there's another round of imbalance and disturbance which starts, because the parents are not happy with the report card. That leads to another round of disturbance and imbalance. So this is a case where there is a basic imbalance which somebody else tried to balance out, wasn't successful, probably wasn't voluntarily done, and that imbalance kept spreading to more and more people. Now it also depends on how long this imbalance has to be sustained by the family or any unit. Now there is no choice, we have to go through short-term imbalances. Something suddenly comes up. It could be, some strike that is there, it could be some illness in the family, it could be some sudden challenge at work. So short-term imbalances are bound to happen. They are inevitable, and sometimes they cause good stress, which means they enable you to work hard and achieve something that you wouldn't have otherwise achieved. So pushing yourself a little bit, creating good stress is good for you. So imbalance is not necessarily bad. A short-term imbalance sometimes does wonders to you. A lot of times, difficult situations which create imbalance makes us think, introspect. A lot of times, and we come out with creative solutions. Because there is a problem, and we look at it, think about it, we come up with solutions which we might not have thought about before. So, short-term imbalances a lot of times pose challenges to us, which we manage, and we manage them very well. So we excel, we use creativity and come up in life. But if the imbalance continues, if we are not able to deal with it in the short run, if it continues, then it spreads. Sometimes it takes a very serious consequences. It may have serious consequences on the relationships that we have. It may affect somebody's physical and mental health seriously if you're perpetually in state of imbalance, if you constantly feel that something is wrong with your life, if you constantly feel that you're not able to balance your life, that may cause, in the long run, some serious disturbance of mind. Now, when I say balance, let me clear that it's not a one-time balance. It's a dynamic balance. It's not that today I've balanced my life, so next 50 years I don't need to worry about it. It's not like that. It's a dynamic concept. So every day Day in and day out, you need to balance your life.